I'm re-recording this message for the second time today because God wanted me to. I channeled all the things that I'm going to say earlier, but there was more, so much more left unsaid. And God often uses these times as metaphors about working harder, trying harder, about reflecting, and even being in touch in those moments, because I was going back and forth. Should I post it? Should I not post it? Should I post it? Should I not post it? And just like that, I tried to open the file and it was corrupted on my iPhone, which is bizarre. So I know that Spirit had cut it off for a reason and said, let's do it again together. The message that I kept hearing today, and that was part of it too. The part of the metaphor was the doing it all over again, saying the same message all over again, but being smarter, being more intelligent, being aware of the situation. And that, it immediately struck me. And because I kept hearing in my head, this is a metaphor and I'll relate it in a second. I kept hearing it's breakup season in my head. It's breakup season. It's breakup season. Like Girlfriend by Avril Lavigne. Hey, you. And it's that level of loud and annoying. And you're saying to me right now, little Leo from Jersey, why are you wearing a cowboy hat? Because Spirit picked it out for me this morning when I saw it on my shelf, and I realized as we were up here channeling the message the first time, I realized, oh my gosh, it's because we're in for a bumpy ride. Yeah. Clock and lock in with me. Let's go. I keep seeing this situation because this morning, and I'll keep it cute. Yep, I know, Spirit. This morning, I saw a pick a card reading from a user that I really like, and she was mentioning off the cuff, very matter of fact, how she was going through a breakup. And then just like that, while I was watching that video, I got a voice note from a very old friend of mine who was saying to me that their civil partnership marriage had already failed and they are going through a breakup. Back-to-back synchronicities. I knew immediately that that was what Spirit wanted to talk about. This same situation all over again. Now, the message I channeled earlier was that you are in the middle of a triangulation. Get some sage, have some sage. Have a smudge for a moment. I've prayed for you, I've prayed for me. We are in this circle together and we are so safe and you are so loved by Spirit that these energies will never harm you. I just have news for you. I have something that Spirit wants to tell you. You're in the middle of a triangulation. There's been so many synchronicities. I'll explain what I mean. You're one of two people. You're in one of two situations. Lock in with me. Here we go. The first situation is that you've just gotten out of the partnership yourself. You're in this, it's within the last 3 months, I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing in my head. And there's a weird matter-of-factness you have about it. I'm getting the feeling you were locked in. You were serious about this partner. You gave it your all. You were really attempting. It was another attempt towards, your self-betterment and towards partnership. You gave it your all in a way that you legitimately put yourself into it. Now, I'm going to get back to you. Spirit has a wonderful, I'm getting a chill. It's okay. I'm going to get back to you. Spirit has a really wonderful message for you. A really great metaphor Spirit wants you to know. God wants you to know. Because you did not get into that partnership in vain. You did not learn things that you did in vain. You did not go through what you were put through in vain. This was all for your betterment and for your learning and to lead you further. And I'm going to give you a metaphor that is going to make so much sense to you in just a moment, but hang on for me. So you know that you're this person in this partnership because you feel matter-of-fact about it. You thought the last one was the one. It turned out it wasn't. And you are at peace with that. I'm hearing there was a strange calmness that came over you. Like you and your third eye knew that it wasn't going to last the time that it was going to last. And this is especially for you if you have a prominent ex who you feel somewhat embarrassed over because this didn't work out. You don't want them to find out about it and judge you. Well, not only are they not judging you, they are plotting on you, which brings me to person number 2. Do you hear that confirmation? Let's go. Person number 2, you are the one looking in on the partnership, preying on its downfall. You were the one that was previously with the one person in the partnership. You are one of two people watching this. You are either just from the partnership that broke up, or you are in the triangulation of being a prominent ex of one of the people in the partnership and have kept a close eye on them. Now, you've been learning in silence though. Don't get me wrong. You've been learning in silence. You've been moving in silence. You've been keeping a close eye on this partnership. And you've still been learning. You have been applying yourself. You have been reflecting. And I think you've legitimately come to a place, finally, I'm hearing, finally, where you do not necessarily look back in anger at this partnership and the way that it played out, or the quote unquote unfairness, excuse me, that's confirmation, unfairness that played out on either side, specifically theirs, specifically if you had a wound regarding how much you gave and how much they took, or the way that the ending played out. Those are really the triggers I'm being drawn to right now, in the way that, without meaning to, you have been tied to this person, because I'm hearing in my mind, part of the way to make someone really attached, really almost love drunk is what I'm hearing, is by putting them through rounds of both anxiety. Oh, yep, I'm getting a crick in my neck, so I know this is true. Both anxiety and also love, adoration, and yearning. What I mean is this: they go through intense periods of being all over you, and then intense periods where they are gone. And it causes this anxious stop and go attachment. I'm even seeing, if you've ever seen Squid Games when they're playing red light, green light, that's the kind of fear and loathing cycle it puts you through. Because you don't realize it, but your emotions, your hackles, are being raised. They are being constantly put through this tumble cycle of having a Pavlovian dog response almost to this person, because of the times that they breadcrumb and jump back in patterns. And so now you've been left in this place where you still are monitoring the duo in this scenario, because you have unresolved issues / trauma, I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing. The person in the partnership is going to come back to you. I know that it's crazy to say, it's toxic, but when I was saying it earlier, I kept hearing motorcycles, and I was like, wow, I'm hearing a motorcycle. That's gotta be a confirmation. It's gonna be quick too. And then the motorcycle got louder. Yep, there goes a car. Thank you very much. And I just knew from then that you are finally in a place that it's okay if they come back. It's almost nosiness that keeps you interested in them at this point, because I think you are healed enough that you could handle a real conversation with them. And I'm hearing you've done the homework. This is regarding things like, from your previous relationship, you could do things like name the point that you know things were really over, confirmation, or naming what you did wrong in the connection as well, how you took missteps, what you could have said better or done better, or whatever it would be, to make this person come around again in a way that we could meet in a healthier position in the middle if we've both learned. I can also hear that you're hoping that this person learned in their partnership as well. I wouldn't be so quick to jump to that, to be honest. I'm seeing a situation where this person has been working on a different set of skills than you. And so this goes for you, person number one, if you're still attuning to. You've been working on a different set of skills than the person in your triangulation. They've been working on self-actualization and checking their ego and overcoming adversity. And they've been through a winter of their lives, I'm hearing. And for you, you have just recently touched upon the winter, because I can feel within the last 6 months of your relationship, I can feel like your anxiety. I can feel you like heavy breathing. I can feel you having rough nights. I can feel, sleeplessness, or I'm even seeing like makeupless, or if you don't wear makeup, like kind of a dark circles under your eyes feeling, maybe even like losing weight. Like there's just like things, evident triggers, the evident on your body from the way that the previous partnership started to play out in the end, because you could sense the ending coming. And I'm hearing that you were not quick to let go of it, that it took some time to really make peace with the fact that that cycle had ended, and that some people are in your life for a reason and a season. That's what I'm hearing from Spirit, a reason and a season. And that's okay if that season comes to an end. I'm hearing Marie Kondo. You make peace with it, thank it for its time, and release it, especially if you are to bring in the next chapter. Now, let me get to the metaphor for both of you. Spirit showed me this image earlier today that I will never forget. It was so clever. First, it started off by bringing up Amazing Race, that show that used to be on TV. It was huge when I was younger, and it was one of my most formative experiences watching couples work together through their issues and problems. Now, it is one thing to be yearning over someone from afar, yearning, hoping, wishing a situation it could get better. And it is another thing to understand that the partner that you are locked in with, the actual kingdom spouse, the chosen one, the one that is actually meant for you and matches your freak, I'm hearing, is someone that you can work together with, solve problems with, have, not to say arguments with, but competitive talk and move and motivate each other towards your betterment, towards the best case scenario. The couples that work together would thrive on Amazing Race. It didn't matter what they threw at them, what competition. They spoke to each other calmly, and they were passionate yet caring and empathetic for their partner. Now that is the ultimate goal. That's where Spirit wants you all to be. Now, whatever comes along the way is for your betterment. And some people, I'm hearing, learn better in partnerships, and some people learn better on their own. Both of you went through ego deaths, ego trips, and ego deaths in your own individual corners. I'm seeing a boxing ring with Spirit in the ref in the middle. Bing, ding. I'm hearing ding, ding. A situation where everyone around is noticing how you are working on your demons through each other. And sometimes Spirit has to separate you for that. And sometimes some people do better to confront their demons in partnerships. I'm hearing wolf in sheep's clothing partnerships, especially when Spirit sends in the partner. Yes, sends in the partner as a mirror to the person, because Spirit is having trouble getting through to them for whatever reason, so they need someone to see it in someone else in order to be able to identify it in themselves. The partnership that you are ultimately going to end up with, take this metaphor, ready? It's a deal or no deal. And you have you versus the banker. The banker wants you to go home and tap out and settle for the lowest possible option. The banker doesn't want to spend any money. And you don't realize it, but in your Akashic records, your higher self has already picked out your kingdom spouse. Everything that has occurred to this situation, everything that has occurred to this moment is in the case for your betterment, created by Spirit and you in a contract, so that you could end up with the best case scenario partner and learn, so that you would be in a good enough place for them as well, because you want someone so amazing needs someone amazing as well, or it's not equal. It's simply not equal. So Spirit gave me the metaphor of deal or no deal. You have the $100,000 case. You hear Spirit going? You have the $100,000 case in your possession. You don't know that though. This case is closed. You had to pick. You don't realize it, but that's what you are owed. That is what a child of God, that is what the chosen one is owed. The $100,000 case, you have it. The $1 million case, you have it. Okay? Now, with every case that you choose to open that is lower than $100,000, the $1 million, the banker is going to raise you up a little bit more, because the banker wants to see what you'll settle for. Now, sometimes you'll end up opening a big case. You open a $60,000, you say, oh no, there goes the big one. What if I don't have a big one? Because there it is, there it went in front of my face. It's gone. And the banker lowballs you in that moment, and you think, should I just tap out here? Should I just leave this situation? Oh my God, this is why Spirit's making me repeat this message. This is so clear. This metaphor is so clear. It's because you're saying to yourself, oh, maybe I should tap out. Maybe I should take myself out of the game here. Maybe I should throw in the towel. Maybe that was the best I could do. Maybe I'll settle for this option that I've been given. Because even though I'm up here, I'll never meet that person. Spirit, I'll never have that. And when you say these things, you actualize them. You actualize them. Even if the tiniest part of yourself, the smallest modicum molecule of you and tiniest seed of doubt, one seed of doubt is all it takes. Yes, that's biblical. In the back of your head, for you to limit yourself and your spirituality of what's possible and what you believe Spirit is able to do for you. Now that would be the truest mistake. Know in your heart that Spirit has the one for you, the $1 million case. But in order for you to open the $1 million case, you have to go through the options, fight the banker, see where you're at, and charge uphill with different options. Because the banker wants to see what you'll settle with. Will you settle for a penny? Will you settle for $3? How about this? Here you go. Will you settle for poor communication? Will you settle for someone abusive? Will you settle for someone who negs you? Will you settle for, okay, how about they don't neg you, but now they don't want to spend time with you? Or how about, okay, so you don't want to settle for that. So how about you'll settle for someone that goes to the gym once a week and only gets you a gift on your birthday? Okay, you don't want to settle for that. Well, will you settle for someone that takes you on a date night each week? Oh, you don't want to settle for that. Okay, well, will you settle for someone who uses all active time with you and open communication? Oh, you don't want to settle for that. You want someone, and Spirit will test you and move you up and up and up, because you also just have to be at the same spiritual vibration as these people as well. What's within your grasp, what's within your reality matches your vibrational energy, what you are ready for, what you are aligned with at this point in your process. Now, in order to jump, there is some jump up vibrations, because you see someone else with vibration, you say, oh, I want what they have. That's amazing. You sense the energetic difference between your vibration and where they are at. And you can find yourself saying, okay, I want to get to that position. But now you realize you have to let go of things. You have to cut certain cords. You have to things that are lowering you, because if you're in the middle of the highs and lows, you're a median. You're a median number in the middle from the highs and lows collectively in your life. But you begin to cut off lows, so you get moved up in vibration to that point. But you have to start operating in that new vibrational energy. You have to start moving with that intention for your higher self. Well, what would my higher self want? How would I want to be spoken to? How would I want to go about these things? Have I looked at this empathetically? Have I looked at this intelligently? Have I looked at moves that you as a child would not have been able to make? You need to be in that place in order to be gifted the kingdom spouse who is in that place as well, because you've been put through so much that you meet energetically, empathetically in the middle. You are each other's $1 million case. Ooh. In this triangulation, learn everything you can from this. Spirit is giving you permission to say, okay, you know what? Maybe it's time that I studied about how I moved. Thank you, Spirit confirmation. About how I moved in the past. Why I did what I did. Why I said what I said. Lay down your swords, I'm hearing. Thank you, confirmation, excuse me. That's a release of energy. Lay down your swords. Meet in the middle. And if you have leftover energetic anger for this person from the past, begin to ask yourself why. Don't be triggered by the answer. Let yourself be truthful, because the only way that you can see the shadow is to turn and face it. Let yourself be so transparent in the sun. Bring yourself into the sun so that you may be shined upon in all ways, so that you are nothing but transparent, and the sun must shine through the people that hid behind you as well, whoever is in this position. So that when you feel yourself disconnecting from your higher self again, and you feel yourself in these woe is me energies, you remember that every move was made so that Spirit can bring you to the actual one for you, so that you may look back and see how everything happened the way that it was supposed to, in the order that it was supposed to. And sometimes God needed even to show you, because you had trouble getting over certain cycles, so you needed to be shown the same cycle again in a way that made more sense. See how I tied that up? Thank you, Spirit. You needed to be given the same message again, because you are not the same person that you were. But do the work. I get the feeling you already have and already are. And Spirit is so proud of you for that. And that you are facing yourself energetically and working towards it. You're the chosen one, baby. You're the chosen one. And they don't keep the chosen one down. No, the chosen one got $1 million. The chosen one's the isekai anime warrior everyone's been praying on. You're the one that people have been talking about behind your back, because you've been doing the work. You are upping your vibrational energy in such a way that other people around can't help but notice, because you are cutting the ties. And that's when they become, I hear, rung like a bell. So hold on to your hats And prep yourself, because God loves to bless a prepped and clean house. Prep yourself for any conversations that may happen. How would you react? How would your higher self react? What did you learn? What was the exact moment that you knew that that cycle was over, that that previous X was over, that that breakup was over, that that moment of darkness was over? What was the exact moment? Because here you are in this triangulation, and you're going to be faced with your exes coming back again. Or your people that have been lurking, they want another spin cycle, I'm saying, because they want to close this out for good, or to see if this is something that they can actually build upon. And Spirit is going to make that answer abundantly clear, especially if you sit in your highest energy and pride and self-esteem about what you deserve and what you're willing to take, and who has taken from you in the past, and would they do it again. Let them build their way back into your life in a way that proves that they are not here for a season, that they are here for a reason. Thank you, Spirit confirmation. Thank you so much. I've been the Leo from Jersey. This is such an interesting reading. And if you are going through a breakup, my deepest condolences, but keep your head up. I already know that you are. I know that you have options, and you know Spirit is working you towards learning. And you have already come to peace with this. This is already happening. And just know you are not alone. You are not the only one. If you like this message, feel free to leave a like. Tell me about what's going on in the comments. You know, I love to hear, because I said, who is this about besides my people? Because you know, within an hour, 2 synchronicities, you know there was something going on today. Especially with as Venus goes into retrograde and starting next month. But this is a timeless reading, so whenever you hit this, you know it's for you. Feel free to leave a subscription if you want to join the Jersey Pride, or if you anything else, any other message in my bio or in my channel is draws your eye, it is meant for you and probably has a message for you. You will only ever see what is meant for you. I have willed that to happen with my channel. It'll pop up when it's for you, and when it's not, it'll bypass you. It'll be like you never saw it. It was not a vibrational energetic match. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Join the Jersey Pride.